one was making fun of me or anything. So at the time, I was proud of myself. I made it through quote-unquote dream course. And I didn't really give much thought to my dream course too, because at the time, my dream was to become the best ballet dancer in the Philippines. And as insinuated in the beginning, I had my decade-long dream crushed when I was 17. The more I danced in Ballet Manila, the more I realized that there's too much talent around me. They're too good. I can't keep up. There was too much pressure. And every day was a reminder of how I wasn't good enough. No matter how much effort and hard work and time I put, I was skipping classes to dance more, to rehearse more. And I just came to the realization that it wasn't enough. And at 17, that's a lot. And I know a lot of you are around that age when that happened to me. And broken dreams, they come in so many different forms. For me, it was ballet. For others, it's not making it to the university. For others, it's not passing the course that they wanted. For others, it's failing a subject, failing an exam, or even not making the varsity team. But even when you're young, it feels like your whole world is destroyed. Because when you're young, you're taught to hinge your identity on a goal, on a dream. And we don't know ourselves when we're young. So it feels like the most painful thing that has ever happened. Even if the adults around us are like, life goes on, you'll figure it out, things will fall into place, things happen for a reason. But that just didn't resonate with me at that age, with what was happening to me. Sorry. So what do? It led me to scrambling for a new dream. I can't be a ballet dancer anymore because I couldn't be the best. So new dream, new identity to hinge myself on. So my new dream was to become the best, most viva business student ever. I did everything. I joined the business competition. I headed the orgs. I did the prestigious internships. I did all the part-time jobs. I wanted to become known as the VA girl, the business administration girl. I wanted to be good at whatever I put myself into. And part of me is still very proud of what I achieved at the time. But that year of my life, I felt like I was cosplaying. It didn't really feel like my dream. But again, it was impressive. My peers wanted it, so I felt like I should want it too. If my peers wanted to be management trainee in this company, then maybe I wanted that too. If my family was impressed with me doing this one thing, then maybe that's exactly what I should want. But it didn't feel right. My dreams were heavily influenced by the people around me, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But what I lacked at the time was self-awareness and knowing who I was, what makes me light up, what makes me passionate. And most of the time, it takes unique situations for you to figure that out. And for me, that situation was the pandemic. So during the pandemic, I started my own ballet school called Bedroom Ballet, and I found so much purpose and passion in it. I knew that I didn't want to go into corporate, and I had this gut feeling that I didn't want to do the same thing my friends were doing. And so while everyone was selling cookies and baked goods, I started a ballet school. And it grew so much bigger, it became my full-time job, and it was wonderful. I really felt fulfilled. And not too long after that, I joined a national pageant, and I won my first try. And then I joined Miss International, internationally wearing a Philippine sash, which is such a dream thing. I mean, I can't say a lot of people have worn the Philippine sash in their lives, so I think it's a huge achievement. But also, it's not like I woke up when I was 4 years old and was like, I want to be on Miss Philippines. It just so happened that I have opened that opportunity for myself by joining a pageant. But when I joined internationally, I didn't win. So I came home with another broken else is taken. Blah, 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 blah. Respectfully, Mr. Oscar Wilde, what do you mean? At your age, I wouldn't know who I was. Me knowing myself was like, oh, I like ballet. I like the color black, I think. I like this movie. This is my favorite movie. But it was very shallow. I didn't know myself. And how am I expected to pick a course? How am I expected to pick a career path at an age where I don't know myself? And how am I supposed to dream from scratch? I don't know. Everything I've known in my life is ballet or school, academics. But then that's not a lot about me. What do I really like? What am I passionate about? What is something that brings a sparkle in my eye? I didn't know. And when I was thinking about it, I realized the reason why I came home from Poland not feeling lost was because I started to think that instead of hinging my identity on one goal, one dream, one thing, I should instead live my life freely and treat my dreams as a living, breathing thing. Enter dynamic dreaming. So, dynamic dreaming is a term I came up with. I hope that you can understand what I mean by dynamic dreaming. But what it's trying to tell you is that dreams are a living, breathing thing that change and adopt and mold into different things, and it's not one end goal. And one way to do dynamic dreaming is through this simple cycle that I tried to make it a little more understandable. So, first thing, you have to explore and never stop. This is honoring your curiosities. That means diverse experiences, big or small. What do I mean? If you want to try a new sport, try the new sport. It doesn't have to be something monetary. It doesn't have to be something that you earn money from or something that's academic. If you want to try a new video game, do it. If you want to change careers or change a different subject, do it. Because diverse experiences will help you in the long run. Next, we have the I don't know, but let's find out mindset. Right now, I'm currently in acting workshops. And I don't even know if I want to be an actress, but I don't know, but let's find out. So I'll do it. I'll try it because the experience, regardless if I pursue it or not, is going to help me in the long run. And you will find out more about that later. And when we're talking about trying new things, the value of self-investment lasts a lifetime. No matter what you do now, you're a teenager, I get it. It doesn't make sense. You can't connect the dots yet, right? Me trying this new thing will lead to another thing and lead to another thing, become a superpower in that. But diverse experiences tell you so much about the world and so much about you. When you do explore and treat the world like your oyster, you uncover more about yourself if you allow it. You uncover, rediscover, and solidify things about yourself. At one point in my life, I was working front desk in a indoor cycling studio because I like indoor cycling, but I couldn't afford it. So if you do front desk, you do it for free. So what I learned from that job, even if it was just me handing people shoes and talking to people, what I learned is I love people-facing jobs. I love talking to people. I love small talk. I love making chica to whoever walks in the door. And I love assisting people. When you uncover yourself, you need to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So yes, I like people-facing jobs, but you also need to know what makes you anxious. What are you insecure about? What are your deepest, darkest insecurities, secrets? What makes you sad? What makes you mad? What makes you happy? Because self-awareness that you build through uncovering yourself strengthens your intuition. Remember I told you about this gut feeling that I would have? Like, oh, I have this gut feeling that I should start a ballet school. I have a gut feeling that I should join a pageant. That gut feeling is only strengthened by self-awareness. You have to work on knowing who you are. And you have to explore in order to learn who you are. And after you learn who you are, then solving real life problems, then you create solutions that are unique to you. You become an asset because you have something that other people rather can't offer to the world. Because you have this specific unique thing about you. So when you're given problems, you're navigating it in a way unique to you. Because, why? Because you explored. Because you did other things, even small or big. And when you do that, you get opportunities that are unique to you. You think a non-singer student would get offered to do a TED Talk about singing? No. So if you make yourself bigger, discover more things, then you will get opportunities that were made for you, whether you agree with that or not. I don't know if you have watched this TED Talk, but I highly recommend that you do. This is by TEDxXavierSchool, and he talks about how specializing early at a young age doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be successful, or it doesn't necessarily mean that's the one way to get successful. So you don't have to know what you want at 3 years old and end up Tiger Woods later on. What helps is that you can explore. And I used to treat myself badly because I would tell myself that I was a jack of all trades. And I would tell myself that in a negative way. I was like, wow, I can't be good, amazing at anything. I'm just like okay in a lot of things. And it really made me feel bad. Like I was chasing so many things. I was chasing for my one thing, and it wasn't happening. And then I realized, similar to what I said earlier in maximizing opportunities, instead of me wearing different hats, I'm not just a beauty queen, I'm not just a dancer, I'm not just a business owner, I'm not just a host, I'm not just etc. If I wear all those hats at the same time, when I'm navigating through my life, then I become this original, inimitable you. I become the only businesswoman, ballerina, beauty queen, host, medyo actress person in the world. So if you compartmentalize in each situation, you're not maximizing your opportunity. Use every aspect of you in every day of your life. Don't be ashamed of anything. If you're into anime, let that show through. If you're into very niche topics, that will help you in the long run, whether you realize it now or not. And as much as it's fun to be different, to have new experiences, unique experiences, the problem with dynamic dreaming is you're going to be different. And it sounds fun, but it's really terrifying. You are going to be different, and you need the courage to dream differently. And for that, you need the courage to be different. What do I mean by that? When I started my ballet school, I was scared because all of my classmates were doing management training programs and earning big salaries. And here I was teaching in my bedroom to little babies and little kids. And I didn't feel like I was at par with them. I felt like I was chasing them. When I joined a beauty pageant, I was terrified because I came from beauty Diliman. And I was like, what are my intellectual friends going to say about me? Are they going to think that I'm stupid because I joined a beauty pageant? So there's a lot of these barriers, and it's usually internal, that you're going to have to overcome. And what I love about dynamic dreaming rather, is that it helped me realize that the dreams come within me and not from the outside. Yes, I woke up one day feeling like I should try to join a pageant. Sorry, I'm wrapping up, sorry. Feeling like I should join a pageant, but that came from a gut feeling. And it came from a lot of experiences. I felt like I was able to do it because I was a business student who took debate, so Q&A was easy. I was a dancer who could perform. Being on stage was easy. I had agencies and a lot of things I was passionate about, so I was easy. And the beauty about dynamic dreaming is that there's no is dynamic dreaming. Because your dreams evolve and adapt with you and for you. But it only does that if you put in the work. You need to explore, uncover, and maximize. So my challenge for you is to get curious about the world, curious about yourself, and you have to build the muscle to be different from your peers. Because your identity is not hinged on a dream or a goal. And to wrap it up, would I consider myself lost until now? Not really, because I don't know what's next for me, but I'm comforted by the fact that there's a compass within me, and not a single destination behind. And that is the beauty of dynamic. Thank you very much.